Right, so once you have your 7 seconds in your timeline for all 4 of your layers, we can finally loop and play all of them together. And this is how mine turned out. As I'm watching it, the things that I really like are how they start to feel really grouped and clustered together. I did experiment at the beginning, and I put a dot coming in from sort of out in this corner that I don't really love. And so if you're watching something about your animation and you wish that something was different on yours, that's okay, because we can always go back and find that problem and then change it later. So all my other dots are clustered more so in the center, and this one takes a second to kind of get over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the point in my timeline where I feel like my random corner ball here on the right starts to get a little bit closer. So if I use my period to go right in my timeline and my comma to go left in my timeline, I'm going to go to when it feels like it starts to kind of group together with the other ones. So I'm going to start about here at my 1 second mark. So I need to find which dot that is on my layer. Is that ball 1, 2, 3, or 4? So what I'm going to do is hide. Oh, there we go. I got lucky. So I hid ball number 3. So I now know that I need to hide all my other balls here. So then that way I'm only focused on making changes to this guy right here. Now I do have that layer locked, and I'm just going to unlock it by clicking it. And now what I can do is, using my selection tool, I can go back and click on those frames, and I can start going back and moving that ball just somewhere a little bit closer to the center. So if I click on that frame there, so I can take my dot, move it a little bit in closer, go to the next frame. It's over here, so I'm going to move it a little bit closer here. And I can kind of completely reanimate it. Say I'll have it start maybe closer in the middle and kind of curve over that way. So I'll hit my comma to go left. Oop. Move that over. And so I'm just clicking and dragging that drawing that I made over just a little bit. So notice how I grab just a part of it. I'm going to Command Z that. Make sure you click once so it lights up in all those dots. Then you can drag it over. So click once until it lights up, drag it over. Click once, drag it over. And so I want mine to start off kind of slow over here in the middle. And I think that's going to give me just a little more of a fun little grouping in there than it kind of randomly coming out of the corner. So let's go ahead and take a look at this now. Yeah, so that feels like it's already grouped in the center a little bit better. Let me turn on the rest of my layers here, and let's see how this is all looking together. So I like that much more. And there's also, I have another one kind of coming out from right here that maybe I want to fix. But for the most part, I really like how they're kind of clustered together and look like they're sort of swarming back and forth together in the middle like so. So that's how you go back and fix your timeline if you didn't like how it turned out the first time. So you don't have to redraw your dots. You just have to move the dots that you made. And yeah, you can redraw them if you want, but you don't necessarily have to, because you can just move them around like so. All right, I can't wait to see what you're working on.